we have been seeing, right? So political cause we have seen, economical cause we have seen, and we have also seen about the estate assembly who have been struggling for their own constitution has to be framed. Then we also saw the struggle of the survival of the poorer section of our society, about the subsistence crisis in the yesterday's class. Today we are going to see about the growing society. Yesterday itself I told you, right, we are going to see about the new society which is growing, which is emerging, a social group that is being developing in order to oppose the kingship rule or against the Louis XVI's rule, where they are going to show their opposition, how they are showing their opposition. So in this content we are going to see, that is the 1.3, a growing middle class encouraging an end to the privilege. This means it is about the, it is going to put an end stop for the survival of the privileges that is happening for the nobles, clergies as well as for the kings. So that is what is about this. Then, if you see about this content, here you can see that actually they have been started their struggle for one very important reason, not one important reason, two important reasons. That is, the revolt was started against mainly the increase in the tax which was being done. Okay, and the second thing that you can see is about the food scarcity. So previously we saw, no? So the food scarcity is the second concept through which they felt that these food security and increase, food scarcity and increase in the tax is a main aspect for them to struggle against the privileged section. But you know what happened to them? Actually, they were not able to struggle really in a hardened manner, because they had very little people who were being supporting, and also you can see that the movement was not on a larger scale. Larger scale means you cannot find more number of people participating, and they don't have a proper leader to guide them, and they don't have proper educated people to support them at that time. So they were not able to struggle really hard towards the kingship rule or the privileged section. Then this has left those groups within a third estate itself. So they were being supposed to stay in third estate itself, and who was being continuously proposing and had been demanding for their own rights, and they don't have any access to education, right? Yes, we saw that peasant section did not get any kind of educations. Yes. So in the year of 18th century, you can find that it has brought a new change for them in France. That is, you can find lot of educated section was prevailing in the third estate itself. How? Yes, it is prevailing. They were being surviving in the third estates. You might emerging of the social groups were being there, where you can find there was lot of wealthy people also there, like the traders, manufacturers. So traders go from one place to another for trading purposes, who earn a lot. They are called as commercial section of the society. Yes. So this commercial section was there. Then you can also see that lawyers were being there in this third estate. Yes or no? So educated sections like teachers, the other peoples were also surviving in this professionals, and few other administrative officers were also included in the third estate. Okay, so they started supporting these movements. Okay, they wanted to get rid of this privileges that was prevailing for the nobles, clergies and their own kings' families. Okay, so they were trying to demolish or abolish the privileges. Okay, so that is how they were being struggling, and all these educated lawyers and administrative officers, all of them have believed that only when they can get independent is that when the privileges are not given to them, and or if the privileges is given to everyone equally, there we can see an independent freedom that will be existing. So that is what is their belief. So they don't want this birthright privilege to be given for the nobles, clergies and other section of the society like kings. Okay, so they felt that this idea of savaging the society or freeing or giving equal laws to everyone is the most important aspects or the most important opportunity for them. So they forwarded few policies which were being done, or they followed few philosophers' ideas. That is, we will see about the philosophers, that is John Locke, then Jacques Rousseau and the Montesquieu. So here you can find that this John Locke and then Jacques Rousseau, they are being the people who were being giving importance for the common peoples, not the privileged section, and they wrote a book that is known as Two Theses of the Government. Okay, so in which they have said that the doctrine of divine and absolute right are being in the hands of the monarchy. So they are saying that the right of the privilege, right of everything is being there in the king's hand. It has to be awarded, it has to be taken. So that is what is the idea of John Locke. Then you can see about Rousseau. Rousseau says that the proposal of the government is based on the social contract between the people and their representatives. So he says that the proposal, whatever has to be done for the people, whatever has to happen for the people, it has to be done through or done between the common people and the representative. Representative means now we have elected representatives. No, similar to that he is saying that it should be between those peoples. Only then there will be a proper administration that can go on. And Montesquieu, in his book The Spirit of Law, the Spirit of Law, he says that the proposed of the division of the power within the government between. So the powers are being divided between the government itself in such a way that legislative, executive and judiciary. So it has to be divided in this manner, and this has to be administrated in a proper manner so that each can be and check their own aspects and balance them equally. So that is what is the idea of the Montesquieu. And here, by following these peoples as a model, you can find that USA, the American countries, that is the around 13, they say they are saying that 13 colonies which were being under the control of Britain has got independent on its own by following the philosophy of these three philosophers. So even they believe that when others are being following these kind of philosophers' idea, there is a possibility for us to have an independent nation similar to them. So that is what is the idea. And here you can find that is even the individuals were being given right to have thought or express their own views. So importance of this is that this gave a sparkling idea, or this gave them a thinking about the France also. France can even be made as a nation of independent, right? Yes. So the idea of philosophy was discussed everywhere. They say that even in the saloon shops, even in the coffee shops, they are saying the ideas of the philosophers, of these three philosophers, were being talked, were being spoke among the common peoples. Okay, so when this was commonly happening, it even started spreading through the books. Books were also publishing these kind of things. In newspapers also about the philosophers' ideas were being circulated. Even in the common areas, the people who were being illiterate, for them they were being reading loudly about the philosophers' ideas and how these ideas can be implemented. All these things were being done. And this news has spread to Louis XVI. Louis XVI has got this news and he imposed further tax to the common people. So he is imposing still more tax to the common people to meet their expenses of the state, and guarantee that has generated the angriness among the common peoples, and the protest against the privileged system was started. So this is how the struggle for the French Revolution is being started. So I hope you would have understood all these things clearly. Remaining we'll see in the next class, students.